We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First run now for Kyron Williams. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 3. To throw is Stafford. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. It was Miles Murphy who fired in and got him to the ground. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Stafford. That is caught. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Back to throw, Stafford. And he'll find Higbee open downfield. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 45 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start on the ground with Benson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. At the 20-yard line. Murray now to throw. Forced out to his left. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll go again with Benson. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. You talk about this Rams defense. They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
I always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man. And are you going to win that battle? You're going to whip the guy across from you and get to the...
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. They'll try and run. This is Williams. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now Stafford. This is caught. And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Kyron Williams, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Rams go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And that catch number 100 for his young career. And remember, only in his 2nd season, the future bright. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On first down, it's Benson. Spinning away, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the gun, Murray. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
2nd and 3 from the 9. Now Murray. And it's caught. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Cardinals have got it back to within a score. Extra point good by Prater. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. He might score. He will score. Touchdown. Such an electric play. So much fun to watch. And you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Throwing now is Murray. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Murray. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Escaping, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Prater for the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a good kick pays off as he's only able to get this out past the 10-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Here's Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Third down and 1.
Swim.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. To throw, it's Murray. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And they'll get this just to the 47, one-yard gain.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
2nd and 9. Murray now. Open man, here's Benson. Takes this to the 45. Not much space there after the nice move. Just a gain of a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Stafford now to throw. He'll let this go for Adams. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Ready.
In motion, the tight end. Again, it's Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Ran the perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on to punt for the 1st time this afternoon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Murray going to throw. He'll find his man, Sidney Fehoko. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it. for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Murray, he bootlegs it, sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Kyler going to give this to Benson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Trey Benson, 32 yards. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Open man is Atwell, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Here's Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And that's complete to Adams. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be a third and about 13.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Jones on the return. Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
A short one here, caught by McBride. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
He's got this downfield to McBride. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Throwing again, Murray. And that'll be caught by Fehoko. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Here comes 2nd down at 5. Murray now to throw. Got his man, it's Fehoko. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 21.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Coach.
Murray to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Benson. And they'll get this down to the 10.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
First down and go.
They'll run with Benson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Trey Benson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cardinals have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point good by Prater, and they will take a 7-point lead. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Now 1st and goal. On the sneak, it's Stafford. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. Stafford. And they do not get it. It's incomplete. They went for the win, and the big gamble does not pay off. So with an even 30 seconds to go, everything will come down to this onside kick. Oh, did the Rams get it? Yes! L.A. football. A field goal will do it for them. They got the onside kick that they needed here. We'll see if they can do the rest.
Some teams are just not comfortable waiting to see what happens. Some teams like to force the action. That's exactly what we saw with this onside kick.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Stafford. He's got Atwell. That's complete. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense. Say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to win. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Rams have won the game. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Rams, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
Tell you how to get rich quick. 20 a month and I can show you how the other half lives. Yeah, I can take you out of this. Get on your grind and take the dive. Can you riddle me this? If a house is just a loan, why not double your chips? Look up a property in your city, then buy it and flip. You just copped yourself a brand new whip. You poor thing, I know you wanna live just like this. Checks to the man and crawl back in the hole. Yo, I can turn the dirt into gold. Just take a little slice of heaven and bring it right back home. The price of easy living is a bit of your soul. No appliances in your kitchen, televisions and phones, and a nice silk sheet set to fold. You poor thing, I hate to see you living so damn cold. Up the hill, falling down to your grave. I can help you carry all that weight. Reach out your hand to me, child, if you want to be saved. Just put $1 in the bucket every day after day and watch your problems, anxiety, struggle, spirit away. And at the end of the road, I know a place. You poor thing, I'm sure they'll let you walk right in the gate.
Troy Green.
See since birth, I've been shooting from a cannon. Mid-flight, here to recite, I ain't landing. Handles like a vandal at night, you can't grab it. Fire underneath my hood is outstanding. Blast through a wall of bricks like Superman did. Ain't nothing holding me back but me standing. So I'ma take off right now from this planet. The new sound has been found in yo. I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't gonna stop till I break the mold. You see, I'm born in the music. I wanna rise in the ceiling, yes I do. I think it's time to see a brand new menu. I said I'm born in the music. Born in the music. Born in the music. Born in the music. All right now. You with me? I said, are you with me? Wake up to see my brand new horizon. The world's in my hands and the sun's tantalizing. Rob, hold on mine if you want some good time. And it's been too long and you need some unwinding. Woo! Shake it low. The new sound has been found. And yo, I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't gonna stop till I break the mold. You see, I'm born in a music. I wanna rise in the ceiling, yes I do. I think it's time to see a brand new menu. I said I'm born in a music. Born in a music. Just don't stop. Born in a music. jail on it. Big low, where you been at? Mine, everywhere I'm working hard. Maybach and G-Wagon truck, got M&M's in my garage. Quick to crank up on you. Better not get me started. Locked in with the gangsters and players. My folks gon' keep it solid. Everything I got on new, it look like I got renovated. I'm cocky when I was just humble, they didn't appreciate it. Young, wealthy, and ratchet, I'm the hood.